Hello and welcome to the latest episode of a podcast with no name yet and all that stuff. I am your host this week, Ricky, along with my co-conspirators Isaac and Manny and all that stuff. We thank you again for joining us for this week's episode. If you've been following along with us, we thank you. If you're new to this, welcome and apologies ahead in advance, and all that stuff. A little housekeeping for you today. I completely blanked on it for a second there. No, I'm just kidding. This episode, all our episodes post live on YouTube, Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts. If I probably skipped one, it's probably because you probably don't use that platform. Every Wednesday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, to let you know. But other than that, let's just get on to it already and all that stuff. All right. First of all, how you guys been?
Pretty good. I like that name, co-conspirators. Sounds like we're like theory busters or something.
I'm gonna start trying to do like a little bit with that each time I host. Yeah. So we're gonna see how that goes and all that stuff and everything. Isaac, how about you?
I've been pretty good. Still living that unemployment life for a week now, and it's been awesome.
You've been unemployed for a week?
Yeah, since last Thursday. Had a week.
That is crazy.
That's like
fine with me.
That's I wouldn't know. No, honestly. But anyways,
I'm gonna collect that government, money. Be awesome.
Let's get started with this. Let's just start with everything that's been going for the past week and all that stuff, and we'll get right to it. We'll start with our very first topic. And that is we are talking about.
We didn't ask how your week was.
My week?
Yeah.
It's a week. It's the same old work, getting this stuff ready and all that stuff. I streamed for the first time in a while yesterday. All that stuff. I don't know. I haven't paid attention really. It's streaming for me now is more like I'm gonna do it. I'm just gonna have fun with it and let everything ride with it. Just how much we do with the podcast, pretty much, and all that stuff. People want to join in. They're more than welcome to. They're more welcome to talk in the chat and all that stuff and everything like that. But other than that, I was like the last night was pretty fun. Maybe something this week. We'll see what happens and all that stuff. But other than that, let's get to our very first topic, and it is about the two-time himself, DrDisrespect. Oh dear God, Manny! This is your idol here, and you put him, and you say Gordon Ramsay? Jesus, sweet Jesus!
Well, you won. I forgot what competition twice.
The Blockbuster.
Yeah, not DrDisrespect. Gordon Ramsay.
Gordon Ramsay. See,
I know he won something twice. That's why.
And all that stuff.
Yeah, DrDisrespect. He's back.
For those who don't know about DrDisrespect, he's of course a very big time streamer and all that stuff. And then back in, I want to say late June, early July, it became to the fact of that he was banned on Twitch. For what? We have no idea. In all honesty, we have no idea. And then as soon as that happened, it's pretty much been quiet. Hasn't said anything and all that stuff.
I don't know theories on why he was banned.
He did tweet like that weekend after that, like he doesn't know what's going on and all that stuff, but then he's been quiet ever since then. Like, and then like there was this whole news stunt, like he was talking to like certain news outlets and all that stuff and everything like that. And then now, as of now, he is now streaming on YouTube. I don't know if it's exclusive or anything like that. We don't know the full details on that. But I kid you, his stream started on a Thursday, but it was more of just like a lead up to his official stream on the following Friday and all that stuff. And it would, kid you not, it hit 500,000 viewers on that live stream and all that stuff. And it's been and so far it's like he kept it up to I want to say maybe 300,000 for a while that Friday. I mean, it did drop towards the end, but it's still, that's crazy. That's just crazy. He did stream again today on Monday, the day we were recording this episode. All that stuff. Kept it up to like 200,000, if I remember correctly, from what I saw, and all that stuff. And he's clearly stated he still doesn't know what's happening with the whole Twitch ban and everything like that. He's pretty much trying to move on from it, really. And although he's like, there is like stuff happening in the background and all that stuff, and he's just focusing on now and all that stuff. And that's so far what it seems like. He's streaming on YouTube and all that stuff and everything like that. Now I've watched his recent stream. I've watched his last 2 streams. So that, Manny, I know you have and all that stuff. So you are a big fan of the doc himself. Isaac is still getting into the.
Don't know who he is.
Still getting into the streamer life, pretty much, and all that stuff.
Okay,
learning about this stuff.
Your ex's dad with the wig. I'm just gonna say that.
What does that even mean? What does that even mean?
Ricky knows. Oh man.
She watches this
too. Are you
too.
saying what I think you're saying?
Yep. We've been saying that for a while too.
Oh, it's been a whole bit. It's been a whole bit.
It's been
a whole bit.
It's been for like a year
It's a
and
whole.
a half already, dude.
It's a whole bit. We'll
like
tell
a
you
year and a
after.
half.
We'll tell you after after we're done.
Wow.
We'll tell you this after. We'll tell you this after. But no.
So, I don't know. Okay.
So before, Manny, how do you feel about the doc being back and streaming on YouTube? Oh, first of all, that's the one thing.
Yeah. Well, first off, it's a lot easier for me to get reminded because I would sometimes forget, and I would like catch like the end of the stream or like halfway through the stream because I'm not really good at time. So it's a lot easier because I'm mainly always on YouTube playing games. So I just set a reminder because it comes up on my notifications. I just set a reminder, and then I'm on YouTube. I get the reminder. I start watching it. It's pretty easy.
Okay.
So it's more accessible for me. I feel like also for more other people because YouTube's a lot more accessible. Because I know a lot of people don't really have the app, the Twitch app.
Which is
I feel like
strange.
it's a lot more accessible. Yeah, it is. Especially people who love games, because you think like.
And
you know what I mean?
Twitch is a very popular. More popular on the live streaming side than it is on the VOD side. How else YouTube? It's the complete opposite, too.
Yeah. So I don't know. I feel like it's more accessible. But yeah, he has no ring rust at all whatsoever.
It's like he's still the same doc himself and everything like that. And all that stuff.
It's just on a different platform.
I do feel like he has toned down. There's so much of a tone down because when I watched today, he didn't. Though I did follow him on Twitch, I didn't watch the streams a lot. Though if I did, I always found the opportunity to watch him because I do enjoy him, and also candid recent allegations and all that stuff and everything like that. But that's a whole other thing itself and all that stuff. But it's like I feel like watching him on YouTube right now so far, it feels like he's toned down his how he and all that stuff. I could be wrong on all that stuff.
Very little. But then also, I feel like that's also because of YouTube's guidelines that they are different than Twitch.
Yeah, exactly.
And they're a little bit more strict than Twitch. Well, not no more, but I feel like Twitch is, I don't know, Twitch right now. But.
Yeah, Twitch is a whole other thing in itself with those stuff and everything like that. Now, this is the second big streamer that's come from Twitch to YouTube. First one was Courage back late last year. Who'd you say?
Valkyrie.
Second big. Nothing against Valkyrie.
I watched.
Third. We can say third. Third.
If you look at my Twitch subscribers, it's just you, Valkyrie, and DrDisrespect.
Well, it's nice to feel being in that company right there. And all that stuff. And
I mean, you follow me, so I follow you back.
Okay.
Just courtesy.
Yeah, but you don't watch him. Anyways, so
no,
do you like?
But you should. I want to Twitch.
Thank you. Though I might move to YouTube. Anyways,
Oh,
do you feel like there could be like, though this has been happening since when Ninja went to Mixer and all that stuff and everything like that, but it has seemed like died down a bit with Doc now.
feel like it opened up the comfortability for people
to go to different platforms.
To move to different platforms, yeah. Especially like even honestly starting with Ninja moving to Mixer. I feel like more people got comfortable moving to different platforms that wasn't strictly just Twitch.
Mm.
Because I know Valkyrie, Pokimane, and Courage, 100 Thieves, you know, them. I know they had clips of their stream, so did DrDisrespect on YouTube, but I feel like it gave them a little bit more of a safer feeling to stream live on YouTube or other
And
platforms in general.
add it more, but make it more of an actual added thing to the channel itself instead of just having to like just put clips all the time and everything like that and highlights. Understandable. I do like that aspect and all that stuff. That's why I do see myself always watching more of their streams on YouTube than I do on Twitch and all that stuff.
Because the like main
Because
clips,
it's because it's also like you get to watch their live stream when they go, but it was like say if like the stream's done and all that stuff like that, you go back into that same channel and you know all their VODs are right there and all that stuff, or like anything else that they've made and all that stuff. How else with Twitch, it's like though they do have like you can people do archive their live streams and there's clips and all that stuff and everything like that.
It's a lot harder. I feel like
it is a little more difficult and all that stuff, which is and all that stuff. So it's like we'll see how this goes and also. I mean, this is like, but like I was saying though, it's like, do you docs now on you? Though it's not, we don't know if exclusive or not. Do you see the trend probably becoming a more thing? Though there's like big streamers that are still on Twitch, such as like Tim the Tatman, Dr. Lupo, Nick Merckx, to name those three particularly, did decide to stay on Twitch and all that stuff and everything with new contracts and all that stuff. But do you after Doc now, even though his happened because of a ban, do you still like that comfortability is getting more extended now, and people might decide to like either jump ship, or even just jump first into YouTube if they decide to stream.
Yeah, I feel like it does give the comfortability a lot more, and I feel like more streamers in general start doing it.
Yeah,
and I also feel like it may be, I don't know about this. I get very mixed feeling about this about Facebook Live.
Oh God,
I know there's a lot of streamers maybe doing that, not high end streamers, but like smaller streamers that were thinking about it. So like they might also try to do that.
Yeah, I don't know about. We'll see about that with the Facebook gaming in general and all that stuff. I don't know. Isaac, though you are not, how can I say this, hip in the streaming world and all that stuff. What was that a bad thing? Was that a big thing to say? Should I retract that? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Since you're not in the streaming world as much as me and Manny is and all that stuff. Like, what are your things on live streaming in general and all that stuff? Like watching people and all that stuff. Because I know you've started here and there. Because he watches my stream sometimes.
I just watch your streams because
Wow, I'm hurt.
Well, I only watch Ricky's streams. I don't really watch anyone interesting, honestly.
Oh wow.
Well, there is that audience. There's that group of people that don't actually watch the whole people live stream and all that stuff and all that stuff. I mean, that's why I'm asking him, because like he is kind of the outlier in this topic at least. And all that stuff, and to know of what I want to know his, because he does, like I said, he's watched my streams before and all that stuff. I was one, and then it's like
he's more of like the control group.
Yeah, and it's like I want to know more if he says he's started watching my streams. I wanted to know if have him extend out to like watch other people's streams at least and all that stuff, or bother to be on Twitch and look around and see who's there at least and all that stuff. That's why I was asking.
Right.
Yeah.
Stuff. Because it's an life.
No, sorry.
Do you
I'm
plan?
not hip enough.
Oh, that stuff.
Apparently, I'm an old guy with the wig on.
I'm 30 and I'm doing this.
Not you.
Huh?
We were talking about you, I think. Shut up, I'm an old guy with the wig on. I was like, not you.
I'm so confused.
We'll tell you after this.
Right.
We'll tell you this after. Okay.
Yeah.
Then on to the next topic and all that stuff. And everything. I was about to say I thought the thing stopped recording. I'm not gonna lie. And all that stuff.
Like, we weren't recording, and we gotta redo it.
And all that stuff. Now on to the next topic, and this is gonna be something interesting for all three of us.
Yes.
as we talked about earlier in recent episodes, we've talked about Project Exile, which is the Xbox's cloud game streaming service that's planning on happening and all that stuff. And it is coming officially. As Xbox Game Pass delivers 100 plus games directly to your mobile device beginning on September 15th. So we have an official date. So pretty much how this works, if you are a Xbox Game Pass Ultimate member, and all that stuff, which gives you access to games on the Xbox itself, games on the PC, and you have Xbox Live Gold and all that stuff, you can now play those titles on your mobile device. Yep. Caveat though.
Oh.
It will be launching in North America, Europe, and South Korea. But as this works, you'll be able to play on the client if only you have an Android phone or tablet.
Nope.
And all that stuff. So meaning, out of the three of us, it'll be me and Manny being able to have this. Well, I've already been having it for a while, but this is more incentive and all that stuff. Now,
hashtag iOS crew.
No.
Anyway, I don't think that's a real thing.
No, it's not.
Like
it probably is, and all that stuff.
Let's get that started.
If watch it drop in the comments and all that stuff. Like, and all that stuff.
If you're an Android member, go hashtag iOS crew in the description on YouTube.
So everything. So we're expecting games like Gears of War, the Gears of War series, Halo, and all that stuff. Halo Infinite when that comes out and everything like that. Destiny 2, to name one, like, and all that stuff. Will be dropping on a mobile device via streaming and all that stuff, and that's a very big deal. It opens up a lot of more people and all that stuff. And also, what I found interesting about this is that it's coming to Korea and all that stuff, and Korea is more of a mobile device PC gaming centric area and all that stuff. So the fact that this is coming to Korea, it brings
more into MOBAs.
Yeah, and all that stuff. Well, anything else in general, stuff. It brings more of a demographic and a new audience into the Xbox platform specifically, and all that stuff with this. Of course, how I mentioned, it gives access to me, Manny, just because we do have Android phones, all that stuff, and all that stuff, and then also, if those who don't know. Well, what I talked about last week was the Galaxy Note 20 S20 is coming out. There's going to be a special app coming for Galaxy users, where you download the Game Pass app, but you will be able to like purchase like DLC and all that stuff for the games too, and all that stuff, which is going to be which will be pretty much interesting. Now, on to the other side of this. And most people have already been asking about this past week and everything like that. I'm sure Isaac's probably wants to know more about this because he is an iPhone user and all that stuff and everything. Like, why is it not coming to iOS and all that stuff? I'll just say blunt. Apple sucks and all that stuff.
All right, this is the first time I agree with you on
all that stuff. And all that stuff. I'm gonna be blunt with this. Apple sucks on this thing in particularly. So I'm more
banana. Apples I think are too sour. Like Granny Smith, I don't care for this.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
So.
Ooh, I do like a Fuji though.
I do like a Fuji though. So.
Fuji app is pretty good.
So this is an article I have popped up on from Windows Central from a Matt Brown, just to give you context on this article. Pretty much what they're saying, what they've mentioned was Apple mentioned this. The App Store was created to be a safe and trusted place for customers to discover and download apps, and a great business opportunity for all developers. And as the representative said, before they go on our store, all apps are reviewed against the same set of guidelines that are intended to protect customers and provide a fair and level playing field to developers. Our customers enjoy great apps and games, and millions of developers and gaming services can absolutely launch on the App Store as long as they follow the same set of guidelines applicable to all developers, including submitting games individually for review and appearing in charts and in search. In addition to the App Store, developers can choose to reach all iPhone, iPad users all over the web through Safari and other browsers on the App Store. So, what that means is, in order for such as for xCloud to work on iOS, it has to have every single individual game that's within the app to be reviewed.
Wow.
This is not a game that's being and let's say this is not a game that's being downloaded onto your iPhone or iPad or anything like that. This is a game that's streaming, similar to like Netflix and Hulu and all that stuff, and everything like that. So, and then also there's also like a so of course you're gonna need a subscription for this to use xCloud and everything like that, and that's of course using Game Pass Ultimate and all that stuff, $15 a month and all that stuff and everything like that. If that was implemented in also, there's also a 30% price cut that goes to Apple. So 30% of that $15 has to go to Apple, and that's a requirement. That's not something they can shrug off or something like that. Like you have to that 30% of that $15 has to go to Apple no matter what, and all that stuff too.
Wow.
And all that stuff. That's like that with all any apps. That like because if you notice, for those who don't know too, if you ever subscribe to any kind of service through Apple and all that stuff, like through the mobile app, the app itself and all that stuff, it's an actual price increase. It's not the actual price is what it's supposed to be. So like say for Spotify, $9.99 for premium and all that stuff. It's actually like $12.99 or $11.99 actually if you're subscribing through the Apple app, iPhone app and all that stuff. And then for another example like Twitch, like the Twitch app on iOS, you can't even subscribe to people's channels through the app and all that stuff.
Oh,
and the reason why because Apple gets that cut, is going to get that cut of that and all that stuff and everything like that, because it's like, so it makes it difficult on stuff and everything like that. Yeah. Now, you say that Google does the same thing also, but I think it's less, if I'm correct. But Google also has like a waiver kind of thing where they can waive it, and that has to go through like a certain set of guidelines and all that stuff, or you don't have to do it at all and all that stuff and everything like that. So it's like, and it's the same thing with Apple too, but you lose out on that to do it from the app and all that stuff. But I think the main part here is the fact that it's like every single game on Game Pass has to be reviewed within the app already, even though you're streaming it, which is strange for the fact because like you have Spotify on there, you have Netflix on there and all that stuff, all that has like different movies and different games and songs and all that stuff, and none of that has to get reviewed and all that stuff. You can just put it on there and you're good to go and all that stuff and get reviewed and all that stuff. So it's like it's a strange conundrum. So as of right now, like there is no xCloud streaming coming to iOS devices at all and all that stuff. Now, if I heard it correctly, now I have the numbers wrong. The install base for iOS users is 45% of the market in smartphones, and I don't know if that's the whole world or the country, or just within the U.S. in general. All that stuff. Yeah. I could have the numbers wrong. Now that is a big market. Don't get me wrong. That is a big number right there, and all that stuff and everything. And people are losing out. Now, Isaac, I'm going to ask you this because you are an iPhone user. If you were looking forward to this, if you were wanting to get this and all that stuff, you wanted to get this, would this make you switch to Android since it's not coming to iOS unless some miraculous deal happens between now and then, between the 15th of September?
Yeah, I mean, I've always technically been originally a Android user, so for me, it's like I've already gave my 2 cents of why I like the iPhone, but I've always seen that Microsoft and Android always had like a really good relationship, and they always been getting like the new things that I desire and want. So I don't know, like if I'm tempted enough, I might switch back to, I might get the Note like Ricky. And just switch back to an Android, honestly.
That's what's up.
Okay. Now, Manny, though you've been Android your whole time and all that stuff, if you had an iPhone at the time, I already know the answer, but I want to ask it anyways and give you a reason to it. and all that stuff. So you own an iPhone, you find out about this and all that stuff, and you won't be able to play, like, say, Halo, Gears, or something that's on Game Pass that you find interesting to play and all that stuff within that list and all that stuff. And it's like, do you come September 15th? Do you switch to an Android? Do you stay to see if there's something might come out of it?
Okay, so in this hypothetical reasoning, am I believing the way I believe right now on the topic, or am I like I really want to play these games?
Like, so yeah, you're like you were interested in this and all that stuff. You wanted this and all that stuff.
If I was interested enough, I probably would. If I was using an Apple right now, no, because I have an Android right now and I'm still not gonna use it.
Well, yeah, that I figured.
So like, I probably wouldn't, to be honest. But if I had an Apple and I was super interested in it, yeah, I would probably make the switch.
Yeah.
But if I was in the predicament that I am right now, in the mindset I have right now on that topic, I wouldn't. I would just stick with Apple.
Yeah. Okay. So now, Isaac, you still with us? Because camera went out on us. So for the audio listeners, Isaac's cam went out on us. We don't know if we have audio for him and all that stuff. It looks like we don't at the moment. Hopefully we get him back and all that stuff.
And also for that one person that texted me, yes, that calendar still says June. I didn't change it yet.
Anyways,
I don't know why.
Anyways,
your calendar still says June.
And so, I guess I can actually do this now. So with this happening, so Microsoft saying this is not coming to iOS right now and all that stuff. Apple saying like we're not going to do this just for the fact of like all these games have to get reviewed along with in order for this to happen, to stick with it and all that stuff and everything like that. Who do you fit out of the two companies? Who do you think is in the wrong in this?
Apple.
Okay, and all that stuff. And do you think there will be any changes? Do you think they'll be coming in agreement to this and all that stuff?
I think they'll settle an agreement once Apple sees the success of this.
Well,
I have a feeling that Apple's gonna end up.
Well, you do also have to realize like Apple. Oh, there he is. Isaac's back with us and all that stuff. Apple is a big company, one of the biggest in the world, and all that stuff. I think number 2, if I'm correct, if I heard that correctly, and all that stuff and everything. So it's like they have the means to actually hold off on this and be like, we don't need this and all that stuff and everything like that.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't think from a business standpoint it'd be kind of dumb because like you're kind of refusing money. Like, I mean, yeah, you're not gonna make as much as you probably originally wanted it to, but I mean, at the end of the day, money's money. Like, if I had to choose between, if I originally wanted $5 for something, and the dude was like, I'm not gonna go unless I can only pay you $3. And if he's willing to leave, and that's the only person that like actually wanted to buy the object, I would still take the $3 because he's the only person that wanted to buy it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Because I mean, there's no other options they have to go to because they already have the Android deal. They're already set. They're basically just trying to capitalize on the iOS standpoint.
Well, yeah, because
I feel like if they compromise, both companies will still really get more and be successful.
Oh yeah, I think so too.
From a business standpoint, it'd be kind of dumb to not work something out. But I mean, from a personal standpoint, I would understand if they didn't. If that makes sense.
No, I get that. I think it's more. I think most people are like they know it from a personal standpoint because like I've seen a lot of people who are like big Xbox people, like big Xbox fans and all that stuff, but they're iOS users, and they're upset by this and all that stuff because it's like they're more upset for like Apple doing this than it is Microsoft not putting it on iOS and everything. Yeah. And it's like it's totally understandable. And like, yes, Apple themselves have like these strict guidelines to put stuff on their app store and everything like that. And it's all understandable at the same time. All understandable, but at the same time, it's like you are blocking an opportunity of something to bring people to join together and all that stuff, to bring people to your device and all that stuff and everything like that. And then to some point hurting your own customers and all that stuff to an app that they have no ability to access at the moment and all that stuff. And it's gonna be interesting between now and the 15th of September, and also around September itself, it's like that's when new iPhones get announced too. So there's time to see where this goes and all that stuff and everything like that. Isaac, do you feel like I told Manny this? Do you feel Apple is in the wrong on this for not having this app on here?
Most definitely, I think it's a bad business deal. Just because I feel as if they were to get the app, I think it would make a lot of people have a good experience on the iOS, and to maybe want to even buy more iOS phones. I don't know. I think the reason why I think Android would make good profit is because just because they're able to do it. And I get frustrated sometimes when like I can't play the when iOS doesn't have the xCloud, and I'm not able to do it on iOS. Like, it sucks because I was just like, I want to have that ability to do that on iOS. And why? I don't know why. And I just feel like it's frustrating because I am a true gamer at heart, and it's just that's what maybe might prompt me to go back to Android, because it's just like iOS is all about itself and not willing to play with others, and I think it's frustrating sometimes.
Yeah.
Come to the Android side. We have keto friendly cake.
Is that right?
Okay.
That one thing is like, come to the dark side. We have cake.
So
yeah,
I have one more thing, but then before that, because I don't do keto.
Yeah.
Who breaks first, Microsoft or Apple?
Microsoft.
Wait, Apple. I have one Apple, one Microsoft. Okay, I was hoping to get a consensus, but okay. Now we have to get further into this. Isaac said Microsoft. Why?
They break on getting the app?
No, who breaks first on leaning towards someone's side? Like, say, like Microsoft breaks into Apple's guidelines, or Apple breaks down and actually opens up stuff to let the app come in. Those are the two options in a way.
Okay. Never mind. I changed my answer. I probably would say Apple, because they will see how well it's doing, and they'll eventually start to crack.
Okay.
Any business side, any business if you ever do it, if you see that, it's like what that one phone that Windows tried to make, like the Windows phone, terrible.
Oh yeah, dude, that was bomb.
I hated it. Manny, you like all the weird stuff.
No, it was a bomb. No, I'm not saying it was good. I'm saying like it was a fail.
I was like, so I heard bomb. I did hear him say bomb, but I was like, is he saying that in the positive way or the negative way?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
I hated that phone. When I got that phone, I was just like, when I first got that phone, I was just like, this is amazing. And then I started noticing, I was like, wait, where's the Play Store? And then it was just like, Microsoft doesn't want to.
Because it's not. Because it's not. It was not an Android phone. It was their own OS.
Yeah, and I didn't know that. I didn't do enough research. But even then, you would think they would have the Google OS on there, because like every phone does, but they didn't want it. They were trying to create their own ecosystem, but that didn't work out. But that's what I'm saying, and that's what I'm saying is like, I'm saying like, in that sense, if Windows Phone did come to terms with Google Play, it would still be out and making new phones. But since they didn't want to cave in, that phone's dead. So I think with the iOS, they're gonna see how well it's doing, and they're definitely gonna cave, because it does very well. I mean, who doesn't want more revenue?
Exactly.
Okay. And you, Manny, that's your agreement to that also, correct?
Yeah, mainly because like an apple, like really, it's easy to squish. Like I feel like it would crumble as well, because they don't really have a lot of structural support. You know what I mean? It's more of like have you ever tried to step on an apple? It's really easy to crush. No, I'm just kidding. But I I feel like Apple is more. I feel like Apple's gonna be the first one to crush and then end up going into terms with Microsoft, just
and
the
like,
fact of a business standpoint, as you
and
said,
being
like what business doesn't want more revenue?
Being able to open the guidelines.
Yeah, it's kind of a dumb business idea to not break in.
I mean, it's gonna be. It's gonna be interesting. I'm looking forward to see how this plays through between now and launch of xCloud and everything, to see where this goes, because it's like just within that, because this was all last week, and like everything just came in to a flood. It was like when they announced this, it was like on Android, everyone was like, why is it not coming to iOS? Microsoft, we're not doing it, we're not going to put it on iOS right now and all that stuff. Apple's like, well, we have these guidelines and all that stuff where you cannot, we don't, if this was to work, we have to not only review the app itself, but all the games that are within the app and all that stuff. And I'm just like, but it's just like, at the same time, why don't you review all the movies that are in like Netflix and all that stuff? And it's like, I'm like, bruh, y'all just being stupid. And all that stuff and everything like that.
And they would have to watch Love. Nobody wants to watch Love. Have you seen Love on Netflix?
No, I have not seen. Maybe, I don't know. Anyways, and all that stuff. But it's just, but I think for the fact that like this is even though it's games, it's a streaming service. This is a streaming service, and all that stuff and everything like that. This is not something where you can download Gears of 5 into your iPhone or something like that, because that would be like that's a heavy file right there, and all that stuff. And all that stuff. No. And everything. And it's like,
I'm pretty sure you can get in like an external hard drive, but then that'd be kind of heavy.
Yeah. So, but then though, so for those, even though this is episode's coming out on the Wednesday, as of this episode when it's published, well, yet the day before, which is Tuesday, those who have those who have the Game Pass beta,
be right on that.
Those who have the Game Pass beta app on the Play Store on Android, it actually starts those who have that app will actually be able to play those games on that app, on the app. Well, it's like they say it's 30 games, not the full 100 and all that stuff. It's like a beta version for that part and all that stuff to test it out on the app, see how it works and all that stuff.
Aren't they pretty big games though, right? That are coming out. 30 is like pretty big ones, aren't they?
So it's like I said, so you're looking at, well, for Game Pass in general, like you're looking at already like every single Halo game, with the Master Chief Collection, Halo 5, and pretty soon Infinite. You're looking at the Gears of War. No, Mass Effect's not on there. No. Mass Effect's not on there. All that stuff. Good game, good series. Love that series. Destiny 2. Now, when I say that, is you probably saying, well, isn't vanilla Destiny 2 free to play? That is correct, my friend. But every single expansion that's been out, and then the one that's also coming out in November, that's available on Game Pass. So you have that, you'll have access to that and all for that too. So you'll have access to that and that's just a few games right there to name out. What's going to be on this initial beta Tuesday? Do not know. Do I have the app downloaded? Yes, I do. And all that stuff, because I do want to check this out. Because I don't know if it's going to be the same games that's on the preview version too. Because the preview version is still available and all that stuff. And it's going to, I don't know if it's going to be the same games and all that stuff. But I'm looking forward to it and all that stuff. To play these games on my phone. Will I be playing these on my Note? Maybe, because pricing is a little more than I expected. Anyways.
Will you be playing these on your iPad? I mean, not your iPad. Your tablet.
If I had an Android tablet, maybe I would, but I don't have an Android tablet. Unfortunately, I have an iPad.
I thought you had an iPad, but I thought you also had an Android tablet.
I don't have an Android tablet. I want an Android tablet, especially now with this and all that stuff. There's a new Galaxy Tab that came out that's coming out soon, so I might look into that. And all that stuff. If you happen to hear sirens, that's on my end and all that stuff. For anyone's listening to the recording or watching this video, just to let you know. But I'm excited for this. For me, generally, because I am within the what is called now the Xbox ecosystem and all that stuff. I'm excited for this and all that stuff. I've been testing out xCloud since the initial preview started, and I've had a good time with it. They're now actually, what's cool, in a recent update they did on the preview, one of their games has touch control now. Actual like touchscreen controls. And it works, but it's actually like works. It's like usable and all that stuff. Like it's comfortable to use and all that stuff. It's on a game that's called Hellblade: Susanna's Sacrifice. It's a really good. It's a good. From what I hear, it's like it was a really good game that came out 2 years ago. I want to say, and all that stuff. And I'm liking it so far, especially now using with the touchscreen. So it's like pretty nice to feel and all that stuff. They plan on. I hear like most of their like the first party studios, so Xbox studios like such as Gears and all that stuff will probably implement this more for the streaming service too. So that's gonna be interesting and all that stuff. But I'm excited. And all that stuff and everything. But like I said, initial betas tomorrow for Xbox Game Pass Ultimate users who also have the Game Pass beta app on Android, and then the actual launch will be on the 15th of September for all Android devices, whether it be a phone or a tablet and all that stuff. Yep. And then we hope for it to come on iOS and all that stuff. And on to our last topic for this episode, and it's somewhat of a doozy, I would say, and all that stuff, especially if you're a big Disney person.
No, I hate it.
That's a lie. That's a lie. So those who don't
like that. That's the one Disney movie I don't like.
If you happen to be living under a rock, and we are in quarantine time, so I might believe you on this one and all that stuff. If those who don't know, there's been a movie that's supposed to come out a long time ago, and it hasn't, and that is Mulan and all that stuff.
Oh, I think it's a different movie.
Oh my gosh, man, you got to fall. You have to read
the sequel.
Wrong genre.
Yeah, Gal Gadot's supposed to be in. Anyways.
And all that stuff, but it was supposed to come out May, if I'm correct. Yeah, so. Originally.
Right.
And then it was delayed to this month, but now it's been delayed again. And so as of now, but the one question that we've always wanted to know is like, due to this pandemic times and all that stuff, and seeing these movies going somewhere else entirely, like streaming services or straight to digital and all that stuff and everything to buy, I was like, will it ever hit Disney Plus, its own streaming service? So, yes, technically. It's finally happening. So, on September 1st, let me explain, please, Manny. So on September 4th, Mulan will be releasing in select theaters in the U.S., but also around the world, too. But it's also landing on Disney Plus for $30. And yes, that is on top of your $7 a month fee and all that stuff. Yeah. But from what I've further looked into this, I've looked more. So the $30 is more of like the premium access to get the movie and all that stuff. But here's the thing: it's not a rental, so it's not gonna go away after a day or anything like that. It stays on your Disney Plus subscription as long as it's active and everything like that.
Yeah. Now the question I have, because I saw that it said it stays on your account for free after you pay the $30. It's there unlimited times, unlimited watches, as long as your account is active. Now say you get sick and then it's like, oh, I haven't been able to do any of my bills, and for some odd reason you don't have auto pay. I don't know why you would, but let's just say you don't.
Most subscriptions only have auto pay now.
Yeah, let's just say it doesn't get paid. So let's just say it doesn't get paid for some reason. I'm not going to give an actual reasoning behind it. Let's just say it doesn't get paid, and then you're like, oh, dang, I got to pay it. And then you pay it the next month. Do you still keep it? Or just... Hold on.
Let me condense your long story into the actual question.
Yeah.
If you happen to, like, say, cancel or don't and then miss the string, but you renew it like a couple days later, do you still keep the Mulan license in a way, technically, right?
Correct. Yeah.
That I do not know, honestly, and all that stuff.
Okay, that's the only question I had.
I'll be honest. But I think it wouldn't if you are signing in, logging in with the same email and all that stuff and everything like that.
Yeah, if you're just reactivating your account, it'd be kind of weird.
And all that stuff. Like now, like say if you cancel it, but you sign up again under a different email address and something like that, and everything like that. That makes sense. That makes sense. But if you cancel, you sign up again with the same email address and everything like that. I don't know if it reactivates the license and all that stuff and everything like that. I don't know how that's going to work in particularly, because this is this is a whole thing that we're gonna see out for how it's gonna work for the first time ever. This is not nothing. No movie has done this before. Or no movie company has done this before, and all that stuff. This is literally the first time this is happening, and all that stuff. So it's like, because like I had that question too when I first saw this. My other question was, say if you don't buy the $30, and all that stuff, you don't do the whole buy the $30. Will it be added onto the service at a later time? Most likely, because that's how stuff works and all that stuff. Because it's and all that stuff. So I wouldn't be surprised there if you don't do the whole $30, they'll jump onto the service at a later date and all that stuff. Because that's how.
Like it's gonna be like if you don't want to pay for it, get ready to expect about year and a half.
No. It's not gonna be that long.
I mean, the Star Wars one was pretty long though.
No, it wasn't.
Wasn't it like a year?
No.
Really?
Like, are you talking about the recent one, like Rise of Skywalker? No.
Yeah, was it? Like
no.
How long was it?
It came out this past December.
Okay, when did it come out? When did it come to Disney Plus? Like 2 months ago?
May 4th of this year.
Oh, never mind.
Well, I think. Oh, technically though, it was supposed to come out. I want to say June, based on how the actual schedule works for how it's supposed to actually release.
They just pushed it forward because it made
COVID and all that stuff, and it made sense to put it on that day. Yeah, and all that stuff. So, yeah, those you're looking at from theater release to whenever it's supposed to come out on streaming. You're looking at a good 6 months right there, tops, for it to all go through and all everything like that. And all that stuff, which is normal. So, like, I wouldn't be surprised. This is September. We'll probably see this maybe on Disney Plus probably around maybe March, February at least, and all that stuff. Oh, okay. If it once it lands on, no, they don't. It's not a year. It's never a year. It's never been like that. And all that stuff. It's always like depending like theater. Depending how long it lasts in the theater, you get up to 3 months for it to hit like home video, digital to purchase and all that stuff, and then like another 3 months for it to get on streaming services, all that stuff. So you're looking, like
quick,
I said,
this has nothing to do with the whole Mulan thing. It just reminded me of Disney. Remember like when you like get the old Disney DVDs and like, or you still do, and you like you put them in and then like you get like the blue like fade with the yellow, and it was like coming to theaters or in theaters, or it's like coming to DVD or now on DVD.
I remember that stuff when it was on VHS.
Yeah, I remember a couple of them on DVD though, because I had I think it was Spirit that did it, but I know most of the Disney ones did it on VHS as well.
Yeah, that
just popped in my mind when you said the whole month thing. I remembered hearing like the voice and like the blue screen come up before the movie comes out.
Coming soon. It's a home video.
Yeah, that one. And it was like that blue screen with like the yellow bars.
Yeah.
And then it would like go the green screen with the rating, and then the trailer would drop.
So so pretty much like as we back onto the Mulan thing, like I said, you're paying the $30 for that. You're paying, and it's a one-time thing. It's not like an additional 30 every month or something like that, and everything like that before you people freak out and all that stuff and all that stuff. It's a one-time payment, and it's yours. It stays on the service and all that stuff. You can watch it anytime you want and all that stuff. Now, first things first, Manny already said it. I'm gonna ask Isaac. You guys probably already know my answer. Come September 4th, will you be paying the $30?
No.
Isaac?
I'm at a yes and no. Yes, because like
he's 50-50.
I want to watch it, and then no, because I'm not like super excited to watch the movie.
I would have been okay with good review.
Yeah. Wait, so if you pay for it, you can only view it, but you can't keep it, right? You guys ready to that?
You keep it. It stays on this. It stays on the streaming service. It stays on Disney Plus for you to keep unless you cancel it. And all that stuff. Yeah. Now, what happens when you reactivate it? We don't know that question. We don't know that answer as of right now.
I mean,
and all that stuff.
I think Ricky's gonna do an experiment though and attempt it.
No.
To see it.
No. I see what you're trying to do there, but that's not gonna happen. That is definitely not gonna happen. And all that stuff. I'm not. Well, hearing that, you already know my answer and all that stuff, and that's a yes. I am getting this on September 4th. I am paying the $30. My sister texted me because she saw I put it on Instagram story and say that I would get it and all that stuff. She was like, "You're crazy." I was like, but I told her this though. If you look, it's like, look, if you look at it this way and all that stuff, and Manny can attest to this and all that stuff. Manny, you have to attest to this on a point. So. Most likely, when I was going to see this in theaters, I was probably going to see this in IMAX or Dolby Atmos and all that stuff. Dolby Cinema. Yeah. I can't believe I said Dolby Atmos. That's something Manny says. Dang it. Dolby Cinema.
Surround sound, Dolby Atmos.
That right there, you're already looking at a good up to $20 too, right there, and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And all that stuff. Now, am I gonna buy drinks and food? Of course. For this movie, yes.
But then also we have our A-list, or we had our A-list,
which is $20. Which is what? How much we're paying for that?
I think it was 20. I think
20 a month and all that stuff. Yeah. And all that stuff. So we're literally.
Then also you get 3 weeks a week, and then you get.
But that right there already covers the cost for just Mulan in general. If you're getting my point right there, and all that stuff. Now going to the theater, for this movie I was gonna get drinks and food and all that stuff because I'm enjoying this movie and all that stuff. That right there is like a good maybe without A-list benefits and all that stuff. If I didn't get a coupon or anything like that,
$40.
15 at most. Maybe 15 at most. 20 at least, probably. Yeah. Maybe 20, depending on what you get.
Yeah, because you get combos and stuff like that.
So that right there is like. That right there, I don't see the problem with the $30. And now, of course, there are people there that's going to be like, it's $30 too much and all that stuff and everything like that. You have to realize, if a family was going to see this movie, they'd probably be paying more than that $30 right there.
Yeah, definitely.
And all that stuff. They're paying more than the $30 premium access fee and all that stuff. Now, granted, like this is a big movie. On Disney scale, this is one of their big tentpole titles that was supposed to be big this year and all that stuff and everything like that. It is still coming out on theaters technically but depending on how COVID works and everything like that, guidelines and everything, and who's gonna have it available. So California, that's not happening, and all that stuff, and everything like that. Other states maybe, and all that stuff. It's happening around. It's gonna be opening around the world too, and all that stuff and everything like that. So that $30 premium access to get that movie now and all that stuff instead of waiting for the 6 months when it finally drops on the streaming service and all that stuff. I'm like, I want this movie. I plan on watching this movie and everything like that. I'm day one, September 4th. I am paying the $30 and all that stuff.
No, okay.
Right, Ricky.
We're
all gonna go to Ricky's house to watch it.
Dude, no. Dude, I can already see it because my sister was like texting me. She's like, "You're coming over to watch so we can watch this movie." So I'm already going over there. I'm already going to their house to watch this movie. I already know people that plan on seeing this, want to see movies, are probably going to be like, "We're going to Ricky's because we know he's going to pay the $30 for this." I don't care, and all that stuff. I'll
give you $5 so we can all go.
This will be you will.
Okay,
we will do
one reason.
Here's no. Hold on. Let me just get this out now before I say something. There will be CDC guidelines in my house and all that stuff. You are gonna abide to them. You're gonna and all that stuff. We're gonna have hand sanitizer accordingly and all that stuff and everything like that. You're gonna wash your hands every time you grab after you eat and all that stuff and everything like that. We will pause the movie for it so that way you can watch the whole thing and in general and all that stuff. You will be wearing your face mask and all that stuff, and then there will be a seating attire attending to make sure we prior to these guidelines. Okay.
Wait, we got a dress code?
No, there's no dress code.
You said seating attire.
No, seating arrangement. I meant to say.
Oh, okay. I got 2 questions.
Go ahead.
Is it free hand sanitizer?
Well, yeah.
You're paying. Hold on. You already said you're paying $5 for this anyway. So yeah, that's going towards the hand sanitizer.
Okay. Another question. Is Mushu in the movie?
No. How many times do we have to say this?
Never mind.
This was talked about since the movie was announced.
Oh, isn't it like Mushu the cricket and
Mushu the cricket and then the love interest is not in there. Yeah. Even the bad guy.
The bad guy's not in it, but that dude was dope, bro.
Oh, that's up. Well, because like if nobody bothers to pay attention to this stuff, this is actually going more based off the actual story of Mulan, not the actual cartoon. Because there's an actual story to this and all that stuff and everything. And all that stuff.
Like all the movies are based on like an old
folktale story. Yeah, that's true. But you also have to remember most of the folktale stories are darker than the actual Disney movie itself.
True.
Yeah, I read Snow White.
And all that stuff. I've learned. I know about Alice in Wonderland. Oh.
Have you read Pinocchio?
Peter Pan.
I know about Pinocchio. Oh, don't get me started with that one.
Wait, I haven't heard about Pinocchio.
There's a Peter Pan one. There's a Pinocchio has its own thing. I think the only one that
Pinocchio killed Jimmy like 2 pages.
I think I don't know for sure. I could be wrong. I think the only story that doesn't have a dark tale to it, I think, is Winnie the Pooh.
Well, I've seen some theories on it, and it's more depressing. It's not dark. It's just
that's theories. I mean, like
depressing.
actual, like the original stories before they were Disneyfied and before Disney put them on their own things and all that stuff and everything. I don't think because Winnie Pooh does have.
Lion King's original was like really dark. Like
I thought Lion King was an actual. I thought Lion King was an actual original movie from Disney.
No,
You ain't
it
seen
was like
Kimba?
something from like they got it from like a Chinese.
It's an anime
version
called
of it.
Kimba.
Oh, I did not know. That one I did not know. That one I did not know.
But then they also say that they're using it from that book Hamlet, which I never read in my life.
Yeah, they said they used Kimba for the main overarching theme and main characters, but they used Hamlet for theme-wise. But also Disney said that this isn't true and that Lion King's all original. I'll send you a video also.
Okay.
Hopefully.
Okay. I thought that was original.
I didn't send you that other video.
I guess
didn't
not.
send you that other video.
Okay, we're not gonna talk
I'll
about
send
that
you
other
both
video.
videos.
And all that stuff. But yeah. So, I mean, do people have their say of this to say that this is probably too much? Of course. And all that stuff. Well, and all that stuff. But it's just like, it's no matter what, this is gonna blind on the streaming service no matter what, and all that stuff coming September or March of next year, and all that stuff. So it's like, do you wait the 6 months till it finally lands on it's actually a part of the streaming service and don't have to pay the $30 and all that stuff and all that stuff? I mean, it's like if you're willing to wait, that's all on you and everything. But I think it's for me because I think I'm the only one that's actually excited about this movie, but actually cares, but actually likes how the story's going. Because like people have their issues about since the fact that certain things are not in there, there's no music in it and all that stuff and everything like that.
There's no music either.
No, there's no music. And all
I like
stuff.
that one song where like all the dudes is training and stuff. Come on, make a man out of you, bro.
Oh, I'll make a man out of you. Yeah.
You're a man.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They don't have that song, man. I mean,
No, that's not in there.
You can't go in it. You can't go in it thinking it's gonna be like the animated version.
Well, yeah, that's true.
The Lion King was pretty dead on though.
Lion King was dead on. What was the one before? Aladdin wasn't.
No, Aladdin was. Neither was.
Aladdin. Aladdin wasn't dead. Wasn't like dead on from the anime one, though it did have music. And all
Neither
that
was
stuff.
Cinderella.
I haven't seen Cinderella.
Cinderella wasn't really either.
Like Cinderella, Beauty and the Beast. I still gotta watch Jungle Book.
Beauty and the Beast was kind of dead on.
I don't know.
You
I
haven't
haven't seen
watched. You
live,
said you haven't watched
the live action. I haven't seen Cinderella,
Oh,
Beauty and the Beast, and Jungle Book are the out of the live ones. Those three I haven't seen.
Jungle Book's decent. Jungle Book's not like I didn't really care for it. I liked
I've
the
heard
animated
so many
one
good
better.
things about that one.
This is my personal opinion though.
Oh.
I liked the animated one though a lot though, so I guess that's why I was a little hard on it.
See, people gotta stop doing that.
Yeah. And then, but Beauty and the Beast was really good, like really good.
I think
I
out of
would
those,
recommend watching Beauty
like
and the Beast.
out of those three, that one I'm actually more interested in. Out of those three,
yeah,
as much as
it was really good.
all that stuff.
I would say if you're gonna watch all three of them, I'd say watch Beauty and the Beast, then Jungle Book, then Cinderella.
Well, Cinderella's not on Disney Plus yet, if I remember correctly.
Oh, it's not.
Nuh-uh. I think Beauty and the Beast is supposed to come in this month or next month, and Jungle Book's already on. Jungle Book's already on there right now.
Yeah. So is Mowgli. But I've never seen Mowgli. I don't even know if Disney made it. It was either
isn't that on Netflix? You're talking about isn't that the Netflix one?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. What is that one? Is that actually Disney or no?
No.
It's based on the book.
No, it's supposed to be more based off the actual thing. Yeah, the actual book and all that stuff.
I seen it. I was like, what the heck?
Yeah, that's not Disneyfied. And all that stuff.
Okay.
And all that stuff and everything like that. But this whole premium thing and all that stuff and everything does lead to the question of another big Disney movie that's coming out later this year. Well, you know what it should be, what it is. Hope you guys know. Please tell me you guys know.
The dragon.
No,
lady,
no.
That,
let me rephrase this. It's within the Disney umbrella.
Star Wars: The Sith Awakens.
Bruh.
Go on.
No, I don't know. Honestly.
Black Widow.
Oh yeah.
I did change it up to saying within the Disney umbrella.
Yeah, but I still couldn't think of Black Widow.
Umbrella is so huge, I don't even know.
Well, you can literally.
I was like, are they making a new Simpsons movie? I was like, I don't.
No, that technically does count, right? That does technically count, though. That does technically count. I love that stuff. Now, will we see the same? Will that get the same treatment as Mulan when it comes out in November? They haven't said anything.
Probably, yeah.
They haven't said anything,
like
but do you feel like that would happen?
Especially if Mulan does well, yeah.
For with this
or
experiment,
well as
how
in,
the experiment?
I'm saying well as in
who pays the $30?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like they would do Black Widow. It would be kind of dumb not to.
Well, yeah, of course. If it's doing that, if it does well,
yeah.
Will I buy the $30? Of course I will.
Dude, honestly, I like how they did Taskmaster. Task.
Side note, since we did talk about Black Widow and you did just bring up Taskmaster and all that stuff, particularly Manny, because this is a gaming thing situated and thing. Do you plan on getting Avengers or try it out?
I didn't really care for the way it looked because like when we saw the E3, I didn't really care for it.
They've been doing these things called war rooms. They did they did like a monthly thing. The last one they did, this looks better. They just did a beta. Who pre-ordered it this past weekend for PS4? I
saw one of Iron Man. It looked like.
Yeah, they did a beta for PS4 owners who pre-ordered it. This weekend it's PS4 open beta. PC, Xbox One pre-orders get access to the beta also. So I won't be able to play it till next week. Cause that's the open beta. Cause I don't know if you know, because we might as well just make this a topic now and get this out the way. So Spider-Man will be in the game.
Oh yeah.
But he's exclusive
Spider-Man game was good.
He's exclusive to PlayStation platforms.
Dope.
That is stupid.
Makes sense.
No. It makes sense because of Sony on a Sony standpoint. The fact that they have the movie rights, he has an exclusive game on the PS4 and everything like that, and everything. That makes sense. Now, if this was like, say, like the PS4 costume was like exclusive to the game and all that stuff, to PS4, PS5 owners and all that stuff, because it is coming to PS5 too, for Avengers and all that stuff, that I can understand. But the actual character for this game and then everything, all the content for it, for this game in particularly, is only on PlayStation and all that stuff. And that is the most ridiculous thing ever, all that stuff.
I think it's cool.
Well, no, that just cuts off a whole nother platform, 2 platforms at that.
I kind of like the whole exclusive thing.
Not I get exclusives, but something like that in particularly shouldn't happen.
Does he have his own like actual story and missions and stuff?
That's most likely what's gonna happen because of how their once post launch begins for this game, like there's supposed to be more characters coming out and all that stuff. But they recently announced Hawkeye is gonna come out later.
Oh, no.
And all that stuff, along with Ant-Man, and then how that's supposed to work is they're supposed to have like their own story branch, along with some other stuff with it, and all that stuff.
Dude, Hawkeye's the best Avenger.
And all that stuff, and it's like that right there is like You can't do that. This. Oh man.
Okay, so
But
that kind of sucks if it's the whole story thing and missions.
here's the thing, Manny. It's not a time exclusive. It's a permanent exclusive. This isn't isn't.
So skin wise, I would have been okay with it if it was just a skin in general and character. But since you said how you were explaining that they have their own stories and missions,
they're supposed to have that stuff. Yeah, this is supposed to be just in general, the fact that who is an Avenger overall in like comics and stuff like that, like a actual member of Avengers and all that stuff. And this is on a this is a game on a multi-platform situation. So like I said, this is also coming to the Xbox platform and PC too, and all that stuff. So like everyone's playing this and everything like that. It's like Spider-Man is a big character. This is not this game that has no relation to the PS4 game whatsoever. Yeah. And all that stuff and everything like that. Though like in the game, like Avengers Tower is there, but it's already stated and it already looks like it, how the game portrays itself and how the game looks and how it's going to be. This has no correlation to the PS4 game whatsoever and all that stuff. And the fact that this big character is blocked out to a whole nother to a one platform and all that stuff is stupid.
Yeah, that part is dumb.
And all
I
that
just
stuff.
meant because as a playable character, he was. I didn't know they had their own stories.
It's most likely like they'll probably like end up making it to the fact like he's just a character in general, and you can just level because like how this game looks is it looks more towards the Destiny route and all that stuff.
Yeah.
How like it's games of service and all that stuff. You can level up your characters and all that stuff and everything like that to get new stuff and everything. But Spider-Man's gonna be that same thing and all that stuff and everything like that. So it's like that's a big no and all that stuff and everything like that. Like
it's pretty dumb.
And then though they haven't announced it and there's like they said they're not looking into it at the moment, like crossplay in particularly.
Oh, that would suck.
What if this game what if like next year, like say like after post launch, like New Year begins and all that stuff, crossplay gets announced and all that stuff.
Dude, that's like imagine like we're playing. I'm like, I'm gonna play Spider-Man.
And this is stupid. That's stupid. Like, as I said, mentioning again, this is not a time exclusive, so don't expect Spider-Man to be open to Xbox and PC next year, something like that. This is stuck on Sony's consoles and all that stuff.
That kind of sucks.
No matter what, and it's just like it's a bad. That's like, why? Like, why would you why? Like, what's the point? Like, I get it, business. It's on a business standpoint. Yes, it makes sense and all that stuff. It'll get people it'll give Sony to sell more PS4s and of course the PS5 once it comes out and everything like that. And all that stuff and everything like that. With it being a launch, since it is coming out launch on the PS5 and all that stuff, and then PS4 owners can get the free upgrade and all that stuff if they upgrade to the PS5 and all that stuff. But it's just at the same time, it's like. It's literally that right there has literally like made me not want to play the game.
Yeah.
And all that stuff. Will I play the beta on the open beta? Probably because I do want to see how the game feels and all that stuff and everything like that, just to check it out and all that stuff. But come next month, will I pay $60? It's like a 95% no. All that stuff. And all that stuff. Unless.
So I think now going into the next generation, I think you should get a PS5 so that way you have both sides of the story. You know what I mean? You can get the Spider-Man story. And
I hate you.
I mean, just saying, because then you get more from your value, because you'd be able to also get Avengers again, and then you'd be able to get more of a playable. You know what I mean? You're able to get even more to your value of buying the PS5.
All I know is.
I think it'd be worth it for you to get the
all I know is when Spider-Man comes out for Avengers and on PS4, I hope he plays well and all that stuff. Because like how that game plays and because I've seen people play it recently for the beta this past weekend. I don't know how Spider-Man is gonna work.
Yeah.
In all honesty,
I remember seeing two of them. I remember seeing the one that Sony did a couple days ago or whatever. I forgot what. That they did, and it was one of Iron Man, and it looked kind of basically the exact mission that we saw at E3.
Well, that's how the beta starts. From what I saw, it's A-Day. It's A Day.
Oh,
It starts with A Day, but then like you will once you finish that, it'll open it up to some other missions and all that stuff after A Day and all that stuff.
But yeah, I don't know. It didn't look that interesting to me.
Oh yeah, when we saw it at E3, yeah, it was like okay, because we didn't know much about the game too.
Yeah.
And all that stuff, and then like after I saw the first War Room and all that stuff, and I was getting that Destiny vibe to it a bit and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know how I feel about this, because it's like you have that single, because they do have there's a story, of course, and that's called the Reassemble storyline, where you get the Avengers back together playing with Miss Marvel, and then after that is like post-launch stuff, where it's like there's gonna be more stuff, there's gonna be co-op stuff and everything like that. My thing is, are there gonna be like expansion stories like that includes that adds more to it and everything like that? Because since this is gonna look like a game built for the future, like with more stuff, content and everything like that, are we gonna see like content stuff, like more storylines that are based off like comics and stuff like that, maybe, and all that stuff and everything like that and all that stuff? And then that also plays into the factor of the whole Spider-Man thing and all that stuff, and it's just like, this sucks. This fucking sucks. And all that stuff. I heard Atlanta. I think that's what I heard.
I said Green Lantern.
Oh, Green Lantern.
Like,
Okay.
there's more stuff coming.
Because I heard you say something, but I was like, I'm just gonna ignore it and all that stuff. Because I'm not gonna try to like get into it and all that stuff. But it's just, I'm like I said, I'm gonna play the beta because I do want to try it out at least.
Let me know how it plays, because I'm kind of iffy on it.
The beta, I told you the beta open beta is this weekend for you.
It's already out. Yeah. Okay.
No, this weekend for you. It's this weekend.
Oh, this weekend. Okay. I'll
Yeah.
play it.
You'll play it. You're gonna play it before me. I don't care, really.
I won't spoil it. Don't worry.
I will play it next weekend, the open beta, because I do want to try it out. When it comes out, when it comes out next month, like I said, it's a 95% chance I probably won't, and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Unless something changes my mind, but
unless we play it and we're like, this is amazing.
And all that stuff. Unless something changes my mind, like say like I end up getting both consoles, and I'll get it, because you'll probably I don't know if you're gonna get it day one and all that stuff and everything like that.
What console I'm gonna get?
Huh?
You mean what console I'm gonna get?
The game, I meant. I'm talking about the game.
I know, but like, how do you know what? How do you get both consoles day one?
Maybe, I don't know yet.
Okay, I was gonna say you don't even know what console.
You getting a PS5? I know you getting a PS5.
I don't know yet.
Wait, is Manny confused on what console to get this generation?
Maybe. I'll do a review.
What?
I'll do a review. I'll do a live review on Instagram.
What? Hold on. This is a new topic just brought up. Manny, why? What is going on? What is this conflict right now that I'm hearing right now?
Cause I was gonna put some money away so I know I have the money. And I flipped a coin. I was like, should I put money away to get PS5? Heads, it was yes. Tails, it was no. I got tails. So I'm gonna let fate decide. That's exactly the story. I'm not
wait. So wait. Are you just conflicted on to get a new console, or are you conflicted on which console to get?
Which console?
Okay, so what's the conflicting error on that, particularly besides flipping the coin?
Well, I was pretty sure of getting the PS5, but obviously paid not to put money aside. So,
you put money aside. So, but what's making you lean towards probably getting an Xbox then, and not getting the PS5?
Well, I was already kind of debating still. It was like the only reason I wanted a PS4 was because Ratchet and Clank.
You mean a PS5?
Yeah, that's the only thing that pushed me over. Cause I was just like, they're kind of almost the same. And I was like, other than graphics, I'll just get the PS5 because they got Ratchet and Clank. That's the only reason.
So okay. Now, everything aside, what is giving you the thought of getting an Xbox Series X then? What is giving you that idea to get that instead? I
like the graphics they had and stuff. and I saw a bunch of the quality of the Xbox One. I liked a lot of the quality they had in the game.
Okay.
And I liked their controller better. It fit better into my hands because it was a little bit more meatier.
I like the fact that Manny's just a floating head right now.
Yeah, I noticed that too. I'm trying to stay in the light as much as possible.
Audio listeners, if you don't know, if you're listening to this, Manny's a floating head currently. So so I recommend watching the YouTube version of this because like he has. Oh my god.
It's like
oh my god.
Scary stories,
oh my god. Isaac, look. Isaac, look.
Dude, get a ring. Get the light ring, dude.
Get a light ring. Yeah.
I ordered it.
That's stuff. It's a lot of stuff, but yeah. But anyways, that was a nice, good couple side topics to add in along with everything with Mulan.
That was our quick hits
and all that stuff. So we're gonna end this episode here, and all that stuff. As we end this, any last remarks, my co-conspirators?
The pyramids are fake. I believe that they are antennas to talk to.
just because I'm calling you that doesn't mean to actually bring up conspiracy theories.
Not really. I don't really have too many closing topics on what I feel like I've said all I said on this topic that I wanted to say. Yeah, Isaac.
I don't have any conspiracy theories, but anyways,
you don't have to have it.
But I guess I could say that I'm planning on getting both consoles, honestly. And
you're gonna get 4.
I never been.
You're pretty soon about to get 400 a week. I can see you getting them, both of them.
Oh yeah, definitely. But it's just like I think I never had like a side I picked the most. I'm just a user, just like the game. So I think I'm gonna enjoy both consoles. Yeah. Other than that, that's pretty much it. That's all the thoughts I have.
Sorry,
I think I'm gonna switch to mobile. No, I'm just kidding.
Hey, Game Pass Ultimate, xCloud.
Yeah, honestly, it's a valid choice now.
It's an actual valid choice, technically, and all that stuff and everything like that. And then also, Manny, because like I do recommend, even though you didn't see it in the last time we talked about this, I do recommend probably watching the showcase, the game show, Xbox Game Showcase, because all those games that
I watched it like the next day.
Oh, you watched it the next day?
Yeah.
Why didn't you tell me?
We were playing games when we were watching it. I was like, alright, I'm gonna the showcase.
Why didn't you say anything?
While you were playing.
Why didn't you say anything? Because like all those games are gonna be on Game Pass and all that stuff. So and all that stuff. But anyways, as we end this episode, you can catch up.
You watch Price is Right?
I don't watch Price is Right anymore.
Bob Barker, Bob guy, whenever he closes his show, like, get your spade.
Anyways, you can catch our podcast every Wednesday at 10 a.m. Pacific time on YouTube, Spotify, Anchor, Apple, and Google Podcasts, and any other platform that I probably didn't mention. And for all that stuff, you can. We don't have our own Instagrams. I mean, well, individually we do. Yeah. We don't have a Twitter. We don't have a Facebook and all that stuff. Maybe we'll see how that looks down the line and all that stuff.
No Patreon, none of that stuff.
Yeah.
We have no social medias other than where you get your
stuff.
Podcast.
If you want to follow us individually, not that it matters because 2 out of the 3 of us, only one of us actually post stuff, and that's your talk. And that's no, he doesn't even post anything. He posted one story. He posted one story today on Instagram and all that stuff, and it was about some. It looks like about some female about to get knocked out.
Actually, the female knocked out the dude.
So it was the opposite.
If you read the description.
There wasn't no description. It just said watch or something like that.
Equal right. With equal
now is like speaking of since we're talking about Instagram, let me say this in. Reels suck. That's it.
What?
Their new feature. Reels is supposed to be their TikTok clone. Okay. It's supposed to be a TikTok clone. Sucks.
Yeah.
I gotta take a piss, man. So we gotta wrap
Hey, did you
it up.
guys see my post on this on my story? The one that was like every time you shorten a long bit, a puppy dies.
Oh my god.
We'll see you next week. Bye.